And welcome into a For What It's Worth quick take episode number 7. We just recorded quick take episode number 6 because we're talking NBA playoffs. And number 6, we talked the east side of the NBA playoffs. So now we're going to talk the western side of the playoffs. I'm joined by Tyrone, Erik. I'm your host, Calvin Silvers. So we kind of already went over our days and how our weekends were and everything in the last video. We got a quick take episode. If you guys didn't watch the last episode, I'll quickly explain. We got 15 minutes on the clock. We're going to talk western side of the NBA playoffs. When that timer goes off, we're done. No matter if we're in the middle of a thought, a sentence, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're done. So, Erik, Tyrone, are you guys ready to jump into this one?
TTG.
All right, awesome. And like I said, if you haven't already, go ahead, watch Quick Take episode number 6. 15 minutes on the clock, starting now. All right, first game we're going to talk about Phoenix and Minnesota. Phoenix lost 97 to 120. This one was surprising to me. I'm not going to lie, but maybe it shouldn't have been. And here's why. I thought it was going to be a Suns win. You know, they were 3-0 against them this season. But I think I didn't account for, how important home court advantage is, especially in the early rounds. I didn't factor that in. And also, it's hard to just keep winning against a team. Now, we see Denver doing it to the Lakers. That's not a shot at the Lakers or anything. I'm just saying that's a fact. We see it happening there. But at some point, the Timberwolves they were going to get a win. It was just bound to happen. I just didn't expect it to happen game 1, and it did. Before I get into any more points on this one, Erik, I'll let you start. What are you thinking of that first game between Phoenix and Minnesota?
They had Devin Booker in the box. I mean, they literally made KD iso ball the whole game. Like that's a winning formula right there. So, I mean, I bet on the Timberwolves. I think I said it in the our preview episode of the NBA Finals that I got the Timberwolves in this series, and I think you guys all took the Suns. So I'm very confident with that 30-point win there. So or 25, whatever. So
all right.
Ant proved that he can continue in the playoffs. Just go ahead, Ty.
I would say that I really agree with a lot of what you said, Erik. They made the Suns play iso ball, which is basically the same thing that people did to the Warriors with when KD was on there. It just turns out that Devin Booker is, in fact, he is not Steph Curry, so it doesn't really work the same way.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really proud of Anthony Edwards. Like you said, he's a baller. I really think that he is truly up next. Like he's not even up next. He's right now for real. He's the real deal. Holyfield.
No, I agree with you there too. And like I said, they were holding him to 14 points average in the past 3 games that they played, and no, he looked great. And I have to give him his flowers. Like, he's a very special player, very energetic, does the right things, can make ridiculous shots. He's fun to watch. And also, too, I think now what's kind of scary a little bit for Phoenix is Grayson Allen with that sprained ankle. They already don't have a large bench. They don't really have a lot of people they can go to. So now with him hurt, he might not have as many minutes or might not be able to play. Where are you going to find that productivity from? And so I think that's going to hurt the Suns a little bit. I just thought KD, with all the talk about how he hasn't done anything since, leaving the Warriors, I thought he would just take this one, really showcase. And I'm not saying he played bad or anything. He didn't. He was electric. He was hitting ridiculous shots. He started the game off really, really hot. I just thought he would lead him to a victory. Just didn't happen.
No, KD will give us a masterclass. He'll give us a masterclass this series.
No, he will.
He still scored what?
I still have
30,
this.
Yeah, he scored 31.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking anything away from him. He had a great game. I'm just saying I thought he would lead them to a victory game 1, and it just didn't happen. Ant, though, proved, they held me to 14 points average the last 3 times. No, it's playoffs. I'm ready to go. We're for real. We're at home. We're going to show out for you guys. And so... And also, too, the thing is, when they that the Suns, they have to remain big because when they went to small lineup, the Timberwolves went on runs. And like I said, that plays back into your bench and how deep you could go and who you could throw out there. Because,
Bobo should not be getting minutes in these playoffs, let me be honest.
So I'm just saying, there's something there, too. We're at 11 minutes. Is there anything else that you two wanted to say about this one before we jump into the next one.
I think that this series is going to be one of the series that we maybe get 7 games out of.
No, I agree.
No.
I think it could go to 7 easily, 6 or 7.
No.
Hey, the Suns lost to the Nuggets last year in 6 games, so I mean, I don't think I think there's no way they're losing 5. That they're not getting swept or losing in 5. So it's even 6 or 7. I could really see KD or Devin Booker finally coming out of the shell and having a masterclass game and winning that game. But I could be wrong.
Erik, you don't see that happening?
I mean, no. I mean, I do. I think 25-point win game 1 is kind of overshadowing maybe my my real thoughts. I mean, before I would say 6 or 7, but after that game, I think I shifted a little bit. But it's easily possible. Yeah, I mean, it's a good matchup. They just like all the points we've said kind of points to the fact that it won't be.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's jump. Lakers and Denver. As we're recording this, it is halftime of that game. Lakers leading 59-44. So, as you're listening to this, whatever we say now might not have been true, might have been true. I don't know. We're recording this as the second half is going to be played. But I will say that in that first game, great start for the Lakers. It almost made me believe you, Ty, that they could beat anyone on any given night. It really did. It really did. I was saying, you know what? Maybe I should have listened to Tyrone. But then they locked down LeBron in the second half, which it's not good to see him disappear. No matter how old he is, he's the GOAT. You don't want to see him disappear at all like that. So that was kind of disappointing. They need to figure out, and like I said, we're recording this as this game's going on, so maybe they're doing a little better job tonight of this, but they got to figure out that pick and roll situation. Now, I know that's easier said than done, but you got to figure something out with Murray and Jokic. You just got to figure something out. Have to. That it was lethal. That's all they just kept doing. And I know that's what they do, but it's just like nothing. You guys can't throw something different at them. The defense was just atrocious. 3 Nuggets had double-doubles, Jokic, Murray, and Aaron Gordon. Porter Jr. was really close. He looks good. Like I said, they're leading right now, but in that game 1, we saw that they were leading big, and then Nuggets came back. It almost seems like the Nuggets kind of like to do this, kind of like to play with the food a little bit, let them gain some confidence. They're at home, play with it a little bit, and then they go out second half and go crazy. Tyrone, what do you think of this series, game 1, game 2, any of it?
This series comes down to the performance of D'Angelo Russell. LeBron and AD will be there every day. The Lakers have a 15-point lead at halftime, and that is probably due to the reason that D'Angelo Russell started off this game with 3 threes
he did
in
play
a
a lot
row.
better.
He had 11 points in the first quarter. So if you can get somebody that fill up points from that third scoring option, the Lakers like I said, they have a chance to beat anybody. Secondly, that's it. Defensively, when it comes to Jokic, there's nothing you can do. If you double him, he's just going to make a great pass to the person that's open. If you switch, he's just going to – it's a guard. He's going to back him down. And any big, he would like to take them one-on-one. Anthony Davis and B, doesn't matter. Jokic he's literally unguardable. He can make every shot. He can make every pass. He's him.
Yeah, he is really, really hard to stop. Erik, what do you think of this series, game 1, game 2, any of it?
I was a little scared watching game 1. I was like, dude, what are we doing? I need the Nuggets to win here. And they had that halftime talk. They came out, adjustments, all that stuff. I think their biggest deficit in the first game was kind of before halftime, but now they're down a lot at halftime in game 2. So a little bit of a scarier comeback ahead of them. So I don't know if they can get it done, but yeah, I mean, pretty much what Ty was saying. Like, D. Russ is obviously not the X factor, but he's he's the piece. Like, if he plays good, they're probably gonna win. If he plays bad, like Saturday, they are not going to win most likely. So, because AD and Braun, they're gonna get theirs. So I mean, it's all up to the supporting cast at that point.
Yeah. All right. I would love to dive into this some more, but we got about 6 minutes and 13 seconds. We got 2 more good games to get into, so we're going to jump right into it. We got Dallas and the Clippers. Clippers won 109-97. Another one that surprised me here. And more, it was just the dominating factor of the Clippers. You had Kawhi out, and then Harden stepped up. Russell was a great spark off the bench, and he played well. He wasn't only just a spark, but he played well. But Harden is known to have good game ones. Will he play good game 6, game 7 when it starts getting real serious? We'll see. I'm still a little iffy about that. It was a little too late for the Mavs stars. Someone else has to step up in these contests, though. Luka's going to show up. Kyrie's going to show up, even if it takes them a while. They're going to show up at some point. Someone else has to step up, whether it's whoever. Someone has to step up and help out. But like I said, I wouldn't freak out too much. They were bound to have a good game. They were on a hot streak. They were feeling good. They were bound to come down to earth. They're on the road in a playoff game. It was bound to happen. So they'll lock in, I believe. I still think Mavs get out of this series with the win. But it was a little disappointing to see them kind of get blown out. Tyrone, 5 minutes. What did you think about this series or game 1?
I would say Hart needs his flowers, but to me, he's been that. He already has his flowers. He got a whole bouquet for me, a whole arrangement for me. I already knew this is how Harden would step up in a time like this. When his team needs him to step up, James Harden like, all right, I got this. I got this. I see a picture of, I think Harden was sizing up Luka, and Luka's whole body was turned around. I said, geez, he must have been out there going crazy. But shout out to the Clippers for doing that. That's a really big win without Kawhi. Winning without Kawhi
Huge.
feels like winning like 3 games. So I bet in their heads that feels really good. If they win this second game, I think the Mavericks are in a lot of trouble. Because if Kawhi gets back in this series, he comes and he plays game 3, and you guys are already down 2-0. Yikes.
I think it's only trouble if they lose one of the games at home. Like if the Clippers win this next one at home and the Mavs have to win 2 at home, otherwise it could get scary. Erik, we got 4 minutes. What do you think of this series?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty apparent. Like we're all saying the same stuff here. I mean, I kind of had a little bit more faith in the Mavs, but I mean, I guess the Clippers, are more well-rounded. They got the Mavs just can't do it.
I'd say.
No, I mean, like the Mavs, it's like Luka and Kyrie, and then like the gap from them two to the rest is
that's
bad.
what I'm saying. Someone has to step up. I mean, they were because, like I said, Luka. I agree with you. Luka and Kyrie are going to get their points. When it might have been a little too late last time, but they got their points. Yeah, they need someone else to step in while that happens. Go ahead.
I mean, they kind of did the same thing that who we're talking about, that the T-Wolves did to the Suns. They kind of just
We're
like
yep.
they just doubled.
Points, so you don't matter.
They just doubled Luka and Kyrie. Let the them take their floaters or their corner threes that they didn't hit at a high rate. So.
Yikes.
Yep.
PJ Washington was the only other Maverick to have double digits. He had 11. Nobody else on the team had double digits. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 6, and everybody else on the team had less than 4 points.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's just
you
just can't.
Can't
That's just not a winning formula.
That's
All right.
0.
We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's wrap this up. We got Pelicans, Oklahoma City. Great game. Another great game. 94-92 in this favor of Oklahoma. I'll get through my points and I'll let you guys carry out the rest of the episode. First off, OKC fans, front office, everyone, you got to be happy. SGA, he's the real deal. Up for finals or up for MVP of the year, and then he goes out and hits the go-ahead game winner, 28 points. There you go. So yeah, he's the real deal. Secondly, moral victories shouldn't be celebrated, but if you're the Pelicans without Zion, you're on the road. You lost by 2 to the 1 seed in your in your conference. So Trey Murphy 21, Valanciunas 13, 20, McCollum had 20, a chance to win it for him. So you shouldn't feel too bad. And then my last point, we saw the youth shine a little bit with this Thunder team. They looked nervous. They were missing open shots. Let the Pelicans back in after going on an 11-0 run. That could get scary later on when you face more experienced teams, but they got it done tonight, or done in game 1. Tyrone, or actually I'll go to you, Erik, since you got the Thunder shirt on. What did you think of game 1? You got 1:20.
It was pretty scary for sure. I mean, the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter was pretty bad basketball watching it, honestly. It was kind of all over the place. They were trying to scramble to whatever. But they got it done. It was scary. It was terrifying. But I'm glad they pulled it away. And I'm going to be scared when Zion comes back. Ty, go ahead.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I was
gonna
gonna
be a
say.
little nervous. Go ahead.
A healthy Zion, I don't think that anybody on the Thunder could stop him against the rim. Maybe J Dub can, but I'm taking Zion had 40 on the Lakers the last time he was healthy, and I don't think I would just love to see just Zion full force at the rim and Chet at the rim and see what happens.
Well, no, for real. Well, like Valanciunas was doing some work against Chet. Chet's is
No,
not
they
strong
were
enough.
literally
Nothing
giving
against,
him the ball. They had
Yeah,
Valanciunas ISO.
nothing against Chet. I'm not taking. Chet had a good game too, but yeah, he's just not. Valanciunas is a big dude. Like he's just
It's a
big
grown
dude.
man's league.
That's a grown man. And so yeah, and Zion, that's another grown man. So yeah, if they get him back, that's going to be dangerous. We got 15 seconds. Any quick words about anything in the West? 10 seconds. Anyone?
Hey, they crazy for having seen him in some that last shot. I'm giving it to Brandon Ingram. They're out of their mind doing something like that.
Or Trey Murphy. He was going off.
Yeah,
Erik,
facts.
anything?
Yeah, I mean, great playoffs so far. That's it.
There you go. All right. That's the timer. I'm sure you heard it. I tried to stop it before. Didn't mean to scare anyone. That was Quick Take episode, number 7? I think I said it. Yeah, number 7. West side of the bracket there. Some good teams to go through. Hopefully, when the first round's done, we can have an actual episode over everything that we saw, go a little more in depth, not have it be so quick. But, with game 1, game 2, everything seems like every night, and there is one every night. It's hard to keep up. So this is the best thing that we can do. Is there anything that you guys want to say? Any shout outs? I know we did that in the last episode. Is there any other shout outs that you thought of since that time that you want to do before we wrap it up?
A shout out to Zach Wilson. I don't know if you're QB1 yet, but if you are, you have my full faith, my full confidence. I fully believe that you have a great opportunity to turn your career around with this great organization, the Denver Broncos. Sean Payton, he is literally made a career off of turning other people's trash into treasure. So come into there. You can always start that fighting spot, regardless if you're drafted QB or not. You are my guy, and all those Broncos fans who have Wilson number 3 jerseys, you're in luck because you don't have to trade him in. It still works. You can just call it a Zach Wilson jersey.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
he takes number 3.
Facts. He should do it for just comedial purposes.
And then we'll see, if they draft anyone or quarterback-wise in the draft. And I think we might have a draft first round or first take or quick take or an episode. Haven't decided that yet, but we'll try to get one of those out, and we'll talk a little bit more about that stuff. Erik, anything you want to say before I wrap up this episode?
I'm going to say shout out Anthony Edwards. Official shout out.
Yeah.
Come on the pod. No, I'm kidding.
That would be crazy. That'd be a fun episode.
I mean, we were kind of talking about this, but he dominated. He showed that he's here. He's here to
I'm
stay.
gonna wear some Ant-1s with jeans. I'm gonna wear some of his shoes with jeans.
No, he has some nice shoes, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I see somebody said it on Twitter. They said the way he playing, I'm gonna start wearing these like Jordans.
That's funny. Man, start collecting some.
Also, he has
some of his shoes.
Some of the best sound bites in the NBA. I saw just like
does.
You shot that thing from Yucatan.
him and KD going back and forth. That was funny to see. All right.
He said, "We got KD, we got Jalen McDaniels."
Funny stuff. This is when NBA's fun. This is the good stuff of the NBA. All right, that was Quick Take episode number 7. Go ahead, like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube for what it's worth. We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, every social media. Just type in for what it's worth, or go ahead and type in at FWIW Sports Pod. You'll find us. Do whatever you can. But until next time, I'm Calvin Silver. That was joined by Tyrone and Erik, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Brr.